You sure?
Leanne, you gonna still sing again? Kind of said you want to sing to
Just
bring the
throw it
show
in the
in.
bag. Uh, uh-huh, uh-huh. You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling that.
Perfect pitch.
Yeah, we don't.
Perfect pitch
Some people are
over
not
here.
meant to sing. Um, only thing you may be able to pitch at a baseball game, but
Some people are just born haters.
Born haters.
Born
right.
haters.
Sorry, I was
Will
no. Some people
die a
born.
hater.
Some people are born with
Exactly.
ears. That's what happens. Some people are born with ears, and by having them, we can hear
Nah.
You
the
must have
nonsense.
seen that
Okay.
meme I put up that the husband was sitting outside when his wife was inside singing because he didn't want people to think he was
Oh
beating
yes,
on
I
her.
saw that.
Because he wants people to think he's
That
beating
was
her.
funny.
I know. I thought Leanne's stomach was hurt. I was like, she was. You all right, Leanne? Okay.
The hate you give.
Mm, mm, mm.
Uh, I, I,
Mm.
it was interesting because before we start, because we ain't asking what happened last week because it never works well. But the question was a setup question. You know, why do most women think they're good in public opinion? And women came out, boy. Did they
Yes,
show up?
we did. Yes, we
But
did.
show up with the nonsense. With
Well,
just because you think you're again, you think you're giving, nurturing, and caring and loving. That doesn't mean this is the point. That's why I think you're good.
you
That's
asked
your
the
barometer.
question. You got
That's
the
your, no, that's your answer. That's your barometer. That's what makes you feel like that women are good.
I do. Everything I
You
wrote, I
would.
believe. Everything I
That's
wrote,
a
I believe.
bias. You have a bias. This is hence the question: why do women think they're good? All women think they're good.
All people think they're good. Like what is
All people don't think
I
they're
don't
good. That's not true. Doc can tell you right now, all people don't think they're good.
well
But
some people think
eh,
they're
well,
good.
Right.
well,
Most
well,
people. Most
well,
people.
we're talking about like sometimes in um, they say they're looking for a man, and like, well, I'm a good woman. I ain't never heard said I'm a bad woman looking for a man. So I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. Me myself, I'm a good woman. I ain't never heard
And
not
just
one
like
say they had.
how many men say I'm a bad man?
How many men around here said I'm a good man? Men don't really say that, right?
They know
Again,
not to lie like
we
that.
don't
They
we don't
know.
practice. What? Well, we don't. Well, first of all, again, people thou protest too much. People say things sometimes because they don't even believe it, right? So you don't have to say something. Just like women will say things like, "I'm an independent woman. I pay my own bills." Well, who else gonna pay them? You don't see men talking about, "I'm an independent man. I pay my own bills." Sometimes you don't need to say things, right? If it's true, right? So why do all? I haven't I've not met a woman yet that had to work on anything. They all been good.
Listen.
I'm just confused. And then the answers are amazing. Well, I'm caring, I'm giving, I'm nurturing. Are you?
I
Are
am.
you?
I can only speak for me. Yes.
But again, that's your mark.
Well,
Like,
you asked
how could
me.
you judge? How could you judge what a good woman is for someone else? Really, it would be someone else needs to judge what a good woman is for them, right? You could be good for yourself. If you're gonna be all yourself, good luck, right? That's good for you. But are you
Right.
good for someone else?
But I did give some generalities about women that carry, we carry the kids.
What's that got to do with it? So what you're made to do? You're saying you do what you're made to do. Okay, let me give you credit for doing what you're supposed to do. Your body was made to do that.
Made to do don't mean you're gonna choose to do. Remember that.
No, but I'm saying it's what your body's made to do. You can say I want to go against nature and not do what I was born to do. Cool, that's okay. But you don't get you're great because you carry the kid. It's what you like. What are we talking about here? That's not.
Wow.
That doesn't make you a great woman because you carry kids.
Okay, so what makes a woman great to you, Daryl, in your words?
So that's the question, right? So really it would be
yes.
What is the person looking for or judging or wanting that woman makes her a good woman to them? Because we could be good for ourselves. That's right. A lot of stuff, if we do things for ourselves, we be great for ourselves. I'll be great for me. But that might not be great for somebody else. I know me being great for me won't be great for somebody else. Okay? Because it's based on me. It's what I want. So it's me first. So I know if I'm like, well, I'm great because I'm great. No, I can't judge it off of me. So me being great for a woman would have to be me being selfless, me being able to let her in, me being creating space for her, right? For someone else in your life. Again, if you can't do that, then how can you be great? If you think you're great just based off of what you do for you, all right, okay. Like I said, even something that's as like Ruth, you said you like cooking. You might think you're great because you're like, but I might not like your cooking, or I don't
Right.
need that. So that's not really great for me. But you might, I'm a great woman. Can I cook? Okay, I can order out. There might be something else I need. That
Mhm.
so it's really based off of, I believe, greatness in when you're looking for someone else, contingent upon what the person you're with or what they're
Okay.
looking for. Right?
Okay.
It's really kind of, can you meet their needs? Because like I said, we're all great for ourselves.
I
Leanne is
can hear
great
that.
for herself.
I think I
Maybe
hear
not for
that.
everybody else though, right? Like, let's talk about it.
Absolutely, but I think. What was you saying, Ruth? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just agreeing. Go ahead.
Leanne wasn't thinking anything. This is what she do.
Yeah, let them have it. Let them have it.
I think everybody is great at something. It doesn't matter what you're saying. Like, everybody is great at something. It's just a matter of, does the other person see value? So I can still be a great person
Oh, did I just say this? Something
in a great relationship,
echo in here. God.
but it don't really matter that much about the other person.
To you,
You just
exactly.
might
We're
not
back
be a
to
fit.
yeah. Here we go. Women find a way back to them. This is the problem we have. See, Doc is really quiet. Doc, what do you think?
I have no opinion.
Sometimes we need your opinion on these things, Doc. On what
No, don't put that bear. Leave her
what
alone.
makes again, and it's really what makes a good partner, right? What makes a great partner?
But you didn't ask that.
Yeah, same thing. Why do women think they're great? Why
That's
are
a
women
different question. That's a different question.
Why do they
Sorry.
think they're great then? They think they're great because of themselves. That's ego driven. That sounds great.
If you had said what makes a good partner to you, that's a different
No,
question.
who are they good for? So they're a good woman for themselves?
Well, they got to be good for themselves first, right?
Well, if your barometer, again, so most of the time we're going to make excuses for things to make things good for us, right? We're going to make us the hero in our stories, right? So
It's because we are the hero of our story.
We're the superheroes, actually.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Do we got any comments? I think people are commenting. Leanne, could you pull it up right now? Because our comments, how this works, they don't show up. So Lee is not doing her job again this week. So
first off, I can't find it. That's first and foremost.
Now you find it, you go to our room, and then
I'm in the room.
Uh oh, Leanne. God dang it! Hold on. Okay, so I see it. So
exactly.
It says, "Okay, Daryl, you're preaching tonight. Thank you." It boils down to compatibility. Oh shucks! Listen, let me
review yourself. Who said that?
Oh, listen to this. I know this is what I'm talking about. So yes, so Jolene said, "I'm preaching tonight." Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Leanne, so it's not in the room, or you just don't see it, Little?
I don't see it in the room. All I see is the.
I see the first thing in the room. So you don't see it? I see it. It's there. So maybe go out. It's the first thing right now. It's on top. So we'll wait some time and do this. Anyway, so that's something. Again, even what makes a great woman, what you're saying is that what makes a great woman is what makes a great woman to you. What it's about, what you feel is great. That's how you read the question.
That's how I read the question.
Neil.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
that's how it read to me. But now
that you're ego-driven. How do we assess someone who's the ego of somebody like that? How do we assess that, Doc?
As a Leo, exactly.
How do we talk? A lion, exactly. Lying.
I can't. I can't win.
Let's get into the show 18 hours later. So welcome back to Nothing But
Answers.
A place to come to get all the answers. And we do have them. If you just listen close enough, we'll give you everything you need. Don't check it. Don't go anywhere. We got you.
Just delete Google.
Just delete it. Hey, listen. Look at the show like the Holy Bible. It's the scripture you need. Right? It's all you need. So let's get down to it. Let's say, hey, Doc, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Nice to
I've
see
been
you.
missing you guys.
Oh,
Right. You have been, and you've been docked. Ruth said, keep your check. I don't know why she said that. Thought you guys were friends.
So I'm fined.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine. You're docked. So it is. But how's the week? How's everything?
Week was good. It was nice and short. Got a lot of stuff done.
Okay.
Had a nice little vacation. It
good.
was good.
That's good. And you get refreshed. You like so refreshing that battery, ready to go back in there.
Needed that.
Gotcha.
Needed that.
You need it. Neil, talk to us. What's going on, girl?
Yeah, hey, thanks for asking. Doing well. You know how I chill. I chill all week. every week's a holiday for me.
No.
I just chill. But good week.
Okay.
Like you said, Doc, it was faster with the holiday, but didn't do too much. Had the family over a little bit one of those days, Sunday, I think it was, and just sat around and played games and munched a little and just chilled out. Good stuff.
Nice. You might want to get out the house sometimes. Okay, Leanne.
Once a year.
She's walked to the corner or something. Leanne, how you doing?
I'm good.
How was that week?
It was cool.
Okay, so we're moving on. Thanks. See, I know how to work now.
How was your week, Dara?
The week was good. They actually had me working, and I hate when they make me work for my check. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand who has to work to get paid. That's something wrong with America. But all in all, it was a good week. Some fishing, caught some big fish this week.
Nice.
So it was good. It was good. It was a good week. You know, anytime I catch a big fish is always good. So I caught a nice fish. So it was
now,
good.
do you catch and release or you cook?
So I catch and release because I don't want to become a superhero with these dirty waters. I eat one of these fish here, no extra arm or something, armband or something. Yeah, these waters here are very, they're just not clean. So I wouldn't trust these waters. I have seen people a couple of times when I caught a fish, and some people are like, "Give them to me." So people are eating them. I wouldn't. Just like I caught a couple carp, which I heard they were not good fish to eat. Then someone said it depends how you season them. I don't know, but I caught some big carp, so like 15, 20-pound carp, big ones.
Wow.
So I guess that would feed you, but I don't know enough about. I would never even think about it. So I catch and release, take a couple pictures with them, and then I throw them back. It's just something to do. It's very relaxing. It's like a mini vacation, Doc, because it's kind of mindless. You sit there, you have fun. The day goes by. If it's a beautiful day, even if you don't catch any fish, you catch a good breeze. So you're always catching something.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoy it. So yeah, that's what we do.
That's
And
nice.
then, me and Leanne about to take the bikes out, right, Lee Little?
Yeah.
Yeah, we about to hit the road. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to go too. I gotta get a bike.
Yeah, listen, we should get a bike, and we'll just get her on FaceTime, and she could just be on the.
Yeah, I'll just do my Peloton behind y'all.
Yeah, she'll be on the.
But wait, y'all talking about regular bikes, not motorcycles, right?
Motorcycles.
We're talking about motorcycles, Ruth.
We're talking about oh no, Ruth won't be with y'all.
Ruth, you have no excitement in your life.
Yes, I do.
I don't know what you do. You don't leave the house.
I like the thrill of dying. I don't like that thrill.
You got a fear of leaving the house too. Like, I don't understand how you live.
I do live.
You have all this free time in the world, and you're like, I'm just gonna do it.
But I'm doing me. That's what you're not hearing. I'm enjoying whatever it is in the moment.
No, whatever's in your
not
yard.
Not on a bike with a helmet.
You're enjoying whatever's in your yard.
Whatever's in your yard.
You a hater because you got to go out there. You a hater.
I know when the world shut down, Ruth was like, what's different?
I was happy.
Yeah. What's different? I don't know. Same. Same to me. I didn't feel no different.
I ain't feel no pandemic. You're right.
2 years pandemic. We did. What happened?
You a hater. But anyway, I didn't know Leanne and Doc ride bikes. Motorcycles.
Yeah. I think riding motorcycles it's great. It's because even if you're in a group, you're still by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, okay.
And it's cool to have the wind blowing and just riding. It feels good.
Wow.
It's really good. So I like it.
Sounds exciting.
It is. We're gonna get out there. We're gonna, Leanne, we're gonna hit this road, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said,
Okay. Well,
That wasn't convincing,
no,
Lee.
it wasn't.
Leanne's like partly like Ruth, okay?
That's
She's
what it
a little
sounded
more-
like. I was
she's
going
like
to
a
say
little
that.
more adventurous Ruth. Like she will leave the yard at times.
Right.
She doesn't like it, but she
You
will.
can hear that in her voice. Exactly.
Right. It's just ridiculous.
Hmm.
So real fast, the question about the homeless man and the lottery ticket, he gave you the numbers. They'll say if the homeless man gave you a lottery numbers and you hit and won $1 million, how much you giving the homeless man?
Mm-hmm.
And what would you have a doc? How much would you give him?
I don't know. I saw a lot of people say half. I saw a lot
You
of
said
people
you
say
heard a
half.
lot of people lie about half.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people say
Okay.
they give them half.
I heard a lot of people lie about half too.
Honestly, I would like to think that I would give them half. Since
Why would you like to think
I
that?
put out the money and I, went and played the number and all that kind of stuff. I'd like to think that I'd say half, but having all
Let's-
that money in your hands, you might not be able to do it.
Mm.
Right. Ruth, what do you think?
You said lying about half, but I would like to think that I wouldn't be lying, and I did say half because without that
Stop the cap.
individual, I wouldn't have any of those dollars. You got to do right by
Yes,
people
yes,
in order to keep your blessings. Period.
Yes.
I don't know if it works that way, but okay.
For
Leanne,
me, it does. So
it doesn't. Leanne, how do you feel?
he always telling me.
I'm telling you, it doesn't. Leanne, how do you feel?
Is it 10 million? I thought it was 10 million, or
Yeah, 10
we
million.
saying 1 million?
10 million.
10 million.
10 million. I give him one.
Okay.
Listen, 1 million is what I would give.
You good on that?
Yeah, listen.
'Cause I did
you
the
give
rest of
somebody
the work.
$1 million,
Wow.
right? So the talking about giving them half. You know what? Your conviction, so-called conviction, both started off like I would like to think, which
Yeah,
means,
that's what I said. I'm not
Right.
sure.
which means money in hand would change you,
Yes.
Maybe.
right?
Maybe.
Yes.
But again, if there's a maybe, there's already a crack as a chink in armor, right? With maybe, because you're not even sure what you would do. So again, money in hand would change you,
Of course.
which leads to the topic tonight, right?
Yes.
Can money make you a monster?
Hmm.
Right? Can
Okay.
money make you a monster? Or
But
Does-
Jolene had a
Mhm.
question. So what's the scenario? He gave you the numbers to play?
Yes.
Yes.
well, see, I don't know. I don't know that to be true. We don't. It just said he gave you the numbers. So maybe he said, "Hey, play these numbers."
Mm-hmm.
If he said that, he didn't ask for anything. So I'm like, here's $1 million. You know what I mean? I don't personally. I don't care what the
If you
scenario
can
is.
find the person again.
Well, like I said, and I said this earlier in another conversation. I'm going to his corner one time
Oh my.
because I'm about to leave the country for a long time. So
Oh my.
I'm gonna go to his corner one time. If he
One
ain't at that
time.
corner at that time, I guess his luck isn't what he thought it was. I guess he's not as lucky as he thought he was. So for me, it didn't really matter scenario. I'm gonna give him $1 million because, like I said, at the end of the day, I played the ticket, I paid the money, I had to watch TV. He wouldn't even know if he's unhoused, he might not even know that when the drawing went off. So look, you got $1 million. $1 million is not anything to just scruff at. You got $1 million.
I like some of the
got
other
family
answers too.
Say again.
I liked some of the other answers too, where people said that they would set the person up. I thought that would be
More
a nice-
lies. Again, people just say anything because it's not the scenario. They are not setting this person up. First of all, and this is the hubris of people. He may not want to be set up. Sometimes these some unhoused people don't want to be set up. They're comfortable where they're at. You see all the time where they try to go and give them different houses. Even in California, they try to give them different arrangements. They didn't want that.
Yeah.
They are cool where they're at, right?
Mhm.
So with that, for someone to say you're going to do something, again, you're not doing what that person may want. You should ask them. That's why I'm gonna give them the money and let them do what they want to do with the money. Just like I'm going to do what I want with the money. I'm not going to say I'm going to put it in a trust. For what? They might not be able to handle that. They can't handle life as it is. It looks like they're unhoused. So I'm just gonna let them get the money. Hopefully, give them a card or something. Somehow, hopefully, I don't get robbed or whatever. But once I give the money, it's on them. Can't do it all. I can't worry about because think about it. You have your family who's now going to be some that you want to take care of, and some that you haven't heard from in a long time. They're going to be calling you as well. So you're going to be running from them as well. That person is going to be the furthest thing from your mind once you get that money, because things that you want to do, things that you want to do with your family. And I will take care of that person, right? I will $1 million. 9 million is enough for me to have. He can have $1 million. I got a lot of brothers and sisters. They got to get $1 million too. So how can I give him half?
Oh wow.
How can I give him half? For what? They're more important to me than him.
Okay.
And see, that's a difference in situation too. For some people, like if you're an only child, you don't have anybody else to.
You don't got a mom. You ain't got a
millions.
girlfriend. Everybody should have somebody, or they both gonna be unhoused. Then they can split it. So if you listen, if you can give half to them, by all means, do what you do. I just don't believe people doing that. People say these things, but I don't believe it to be true. Like you said, Doc, when that money gets in your hand, that money burns a hole in your pocket.
Very little.
You have very little faith in people, Daryl, don't you?
No, I have faith in I know who people are, and I know that again, not having and now having, because 9 million is a lot more than 5 million.
But right. 5 million is more than you had.
Right. Right.
Wait.
But I have no. 5 million is not more than I have, because I have 9 million. I have 10 million actually. That's what I have. 10 million. I have 10 million. Okay.
Jolene says he guessed some numbers, but I got lucky. Laugh out loud. He could get 100K.
Wow, Jolene. Jolene.
Still give 100K. But I get it. What she said makes sense to me too. You got some numbers. I got lucky.
Wow.
Right? Hey, listen. 100K is more than he had too. So whatever you give, I think is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a blessing, whatever you give. But I know I could part with up to $1 million. I know I could do that.
Okay.
I could do that without no problem, because 9 million is still a lot of money. 5 million ain't a lot of money. 5 million is not really a lot of money. Right? I got it. Brothers and sisters, by the time we split that up, I'm gonna be back to work on Monday. Yeah, my daughter needs things. You understand? I'll be back to work on Monday for 5 million. So 9 million is a game changer, all right?
And see, I'm only sitting in the yard, so how much money do I need? Come on.
It's just, again, Ruth, it's not much. You got kids. They need.
I ain't worrying about them. They grown men.
It's terrible.
Grown men.
This is that great woman we were talking about earlier. You know what I'm talking about, guys? It comes out. You let them talk long enough, they'll show themselves.
Okay. Give them something, Daryl. I'm gonna break off a little something, but
you're gonna want to set them up. If you can make your life easier for your children, why wouldn't you? See, fellas, we're different. We're caring. We're really caring. Others. Some people care about themselves. Selflessness and some people are selfless. It's a difference.
I gave to those boys forever. Still giving, okay?
Over everything just now.
I gave them 10 million by now, okay?
I hope they're not watching this, because they need a hug.
I hope they are. Y'all see this?
They need a hug. You know, if I win, I would take care of you boys. Okay, I would take care of you guys, because Mama's not.
Daryl ain't giving y'all nothing. Y'all heard what he said.
I can give some advice. If some unhoused people go ask for numbers, I can tell them how I did it. Right? You just show them how you do it.
I love
Did you see the story of the family who said they weren't going to pay for the girls' college? They're worth like $500 million. And said that they were not paying for college.
I didn't see that one.
So,
no. What's the reason?
I saw that in another group, and they were. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Knock some more money off of her, Daryl.
Starting today, Doc will be on suspension for a week. You will not see her in our group because he's cheating. No, but what was the reason? Why did not plan?
Because they said that this child in particular, this child needs to learn how to fend for herself. And they said that they're not going to pay for college. If she wants to go to college, then she's going to have to pay for it herself. Because they don't believe that a college education is worth what people are paying for. That was what it started with. We don't believe that a college education is worthy of our money, pretty much.
So what would be their alternative then? Did they have her like they wanted her to go into the family business? What was she supposed to do then? No. I get if they were saying like we have a family business, we run DuPont and we want you to do this, but you want to go to school to be a poet. We're not doing that. Right. No. I can understand that, right? But if you're just saying
people in the group though were saying that it's they thought it was selfish. And one good point that someone made was that because her parents have so much money, her ability to get financial aid is going to be null because they go by your parents' income.
They have how much money, so they're going to pay for it. I'm confused. Or take out loans like a lot of people.
Yeah, she would have to take out loans.
Yeah, so that's the terrible point. If
she would be able to get grants, but her loans, she might not even be able to get loans though if her parents got millions of dollars.
No, I think you always get loans.
When you do the FAFSA, it goes by your parents' income. So she might not be able to get a federal loan. She might be able to get private loans, maybe.
Listen,
if she can prove she can pay them back.
Boo-hoo, Doc. We have to find a way out, right? Whatever it is, but it still doesn't make sense for her family because they're not setting her up with any options. Now, if they had options or there was something going on, it'd be different. If they're like, well, we're not going to help you further your future if you want to go to college. But what if she don't go to college? Then what's the answer? Does she have access to the money?
I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's what we're missing because it seems like you're not going to let her go to college, but what is the alternative? Right? How does she get the money? How does she get the family money other than carbon monoxide poisoning in the house while y'all sleep? You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like they're giving any options to this young lady. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You can't teach me a lesson that's all punitive. You want me to make it on my own, but I'm not going to pay for anything. I'm confused.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't understand that. That doesn't. We need more context to see what. I wonder if there was anything set up, because you can't say I've been taking care of you all this time. Now I'm gonna cut you off because it seemed like they've been taking care of her. Now they're cutting her off for college.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
you know, you were given before. You didn't tell me how to save before.
And college may have been the the last thing. You know, if they've been taken care of, because some parents with money do that. After they graduate high school, it's like, all right, you figure it out from here without having taught them how to.
Right. Yeah, we call them great parents. Kind of like all women are good type parents.
But you're right about that, Doc, because when my boys were in school, they had a couple of roommates and their parents were doctors, lawyers, brain surgeons, so forth, and could afford to keep helping them. Right. And they were actually having to leave school, they said, because they weren't getting any other financial support from those folks. And I was like, well, you really need to be packing up too, Raj, because if they're packing up, it was just that hard. But some families don't. That's it. You're right. That's the cutoff. Like, I'm done. And they had the money. They had the money. They chose not to do it. I don't know if it was looked at as a life lesson to them or, that independence at this point. But like you said, Darryl, it was pretty harsh with no alternative.
I'm going to show you, and you're not going to finish school.
Yeah. So
what? That's how you show your kids? You're not going to finish college.
Yep.
What? That's some terrible parenting.
They left freshman year. I mean, I'm sorry, sophomore year of college.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. You can't just, it's like, I'm just going to throw you in the water in the deep end and you want to learn to swim or drown. That's not, I don't know how helpful that is. I mean, I think in some cases it will be helpful. Maybe a kid will find a way, but sometimes you don't know a way, especially if you've been coddled your whole life,
Mm-hmm.
and then now that it's take that away, that becomes tough, almost impossible.
True.
Very interesting.
Yeah, you don't have
So-
any skills to
Right.
do it, to take care of yourself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like they forgot maybe how they got there, because there had to be a learning curve, had to be people helping them. Most of us don't get there by ourselves.
True.
So
True.
that is interesting that they just
Mm-hmm.
said, listen, we're gonna
Yes,
throw
they
you away.
did. Mm.
Again, that's money. Did money
Mhm.
change them?
The money. Yep.
Did money change these parents' perception of reality to the point where they think that you can just make it because we did, but
Mm.
they kind of forgot the steps they took to make it? We do hear that sometimes, like, oh, so and so made it, you can make it.
Right.
Yeah.
This person
Yeah.
made it out, you can make it too.
Right.
Mhm.
But you kind of forget that what it took to get there, and might have been almost lightning in a bottle. That helped that person to get out. A lot of things had to go right. So sometimes I do think money can alter the way we see things. Our
Mm-hmm.
perception, it alters. Or maybe you don't want to remember the abuse it took to get there. So you want to actually forget. So you kind of omit the things that, how tough it was, how hard it was sometimes to get there. So it's very interesting.
It is. It is.
So, Leanne, what do you think?
I think
I'm gonna beat Leanne up. This is ridiculous. Leanne got a little money now. She ain't paying attention. See what I'm talking about? Got a little check.
but
Actually, I heard she was
I
riding
think
down. Go ahead.
I think money. A lot of people with money forget about where they came from and started. I think once you start getting money, it clouds your judgment. And I also believe that for certain people, it don't fix all the other issues. You get money and you think my life is going to be so much better and everything's going to be great. But if you haven't started working on yourself and fixing yourself, then that money's not going to change you, because money's not going to make you more secure as a person.
Mm-hmm.
It might just bring out more insecurities than what you had before, because now you have this money and you think, oh, people only like me because of the money, and now you showing out and doing things that you wouldn't normally do for attention. So I just think that people need to work on themselves and really spend just as much time grinding on themselves as they do grinding to get the
Leanne, what
money.
we doing here?
Oh my
We weren't
God.
even talking about that. How do we get here?
Leave
Whoa.
her alone. She was-
Sorry, guys. She gets off topic sometimes. She was playing with her rose earlier when I called.
What?
So she went to grind herself. It kind of came out. Sorry.
I
Leanne,
don't. I you know what? I don't even know why. I
Why,
talk to you
Leanne?
sometime.
Why?
I don't know. I can't understand for the life of me why I
Sorry.
do.
Sorry. So when we when we talk about like does money change a person, or is that person unleashed with money?
I think you're unleashed with money.
Okay, so you think you already that person, and that
You're
money
already
allows you
that
to
person.
be who you are.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, for sure.
Doc,
For
what do you
sure.
what do you what do you kind of think about that? Like, is that
I
anything?
think so too. I think it's like like when 45 became president.
Mm.
Those people were always racist.
Right,
They were always feeling that way about you.
right,
But with the head of the snake saying it's okay for you to really be you, people
right,
was being them.
right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think with money, people have that sense of depending on how much money they had. That that sense of I can do whatever I want to do.
Mm.
Right. So a chat had opened up and someone said that kind of that same thing, that the power of money can make you blind to accountability and decency.
That's kind of like what Jolene is saying.
Mhm.
Money enhances whatever and whoever you are, you truly are.
Right. Right.
Mm.
Right. I think some people are living a life that if they get money, they can really you'll think they're different. Like, why are they acting different now? But they're really they're acting who they are. Right.
Yeah.
They're acting who they are, which is very interesting because you see a lot of things like some of the bigger stories, like people like maybe R. Kelly, who his money allowed him to do a lot of things and a lot of control people around him, right? People not to say you shouldn't be doing that, but they're going to now say, you know what, we ain't gonna say anything because we don't want to get cut off, right? He's our meal ticket. If we but we don't want to bump heads with him because he'll just get rid of us. So now money actually helped them or allowed them to turn a blind eye to things.
Yes.
Right? Which is crazy, because then so in that case, have you always had weak morals and ethics? Or I definitely money helps you look past things at times, because you see so many people are culpable in these situations. It takes a lot of people you see some of these bigger actors or stars or people with money who are all coming out in the media, and you find out they were doing these heinous things to people. But there's a lot of people who knew what was going on.
Yes.
Right? It took a lot of people for this to be okay. So money didn't just corrupt the person; it helped send out a web and touch other people as well, which is interesting. Because it's like, I would like to think if I was around someone doing something crazy that I don't care how much money was involved, I'm like, I can't be a part of this. That's what I would want to say. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I can't. You're doing this. I gotta fall back from you. You would want to say that. But I guess everybody got a price, is what we're seeing.
Yeah.
That might be the case. And yeah, unfortunately for some folks, desperate situations for themselves make for desperate, measures of decision making. They might, like you said, they might have to feed their family off of this money, and you're like, I really want to do the right thing. I really want to say the right thing, but I can't jeopardize what little bit I have now. So, like you're saying, though, does that make them a morally bad person in the core, that you can't come out of that?
Yes. Gotta be.
I think so.
Gotta be. I mean, if so, and I get to that. I think a lot of people, if you've never had too, right? If you've never had, and now you're in a position to have, you're getting put on, whatever it is, you don't want to lose that. So definitely you're going to say, you know what? I'm just not going to, I'm going to leave before I see something. I'm just going to leave. I'm taking myself out of it. And that's how you kind of justify it within yourself. Well, I didn't really say anything. I saw the young girls coming, but I left. I don't know what they were doing there.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, I get it's tough for somebody, because like I said, you got to feed your family, and you don't want to cut off that meal ticket.
Right.
So money is the root of all evil. The less money you have, sometimes the better life you have.
Money can make you compromise your morals and
right.
values. I used to get so mad at my previous job because things would be happening and people wouldn't say anything. And it would be so infuriating because they would be in corners whispering about stuff, but wouldn't, bring it to the upper's attention. And when if you're the person that brings it to the attention, then nobody backs you.
Right. You're a lone wolf.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's another reason I think it makes it tough to come forward. Right. Because you're going to be out by yourself, and then people will make it you. Yeah.
So I did have to try to have some empathy for folks because people are legitimately scared to lose their jobs, to lose money that's coming to them.
I don't have that problem. I get in trouble every day for that.
I don't have that problem either.
Yeah, I speak up all the time, and they be like, "Here, you got a month suspension." Okay, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I try, but it's not a lot of. I don't know if it was money involved. I don't know. It would be different. You know, it depends on what it is. I mean, I know you can pay me to look away from some things. I ain't gonna lie. Certain things you pay me to look away from.
And do we all have a price for we can be sold?
Right, that's
Yes,
the question.
everybody
That's
has a price.
the
Dude. Don't act like you don't.
No,
Everybody
I'm
got a price.
asking a question,
That's
Daryl.
the
Don't
question.
ask
What's your
questions.
price?
We all yes.
What's your price?
What's your
No,
price?
I don't know if you can blanket say yes to everybody. Is that a real question for
You
people?
got a price.
I don't. How do you determine that number? How do you determine that number?
Just because the fact you say to determine the number means you have a price.
How do you decide on that number, Daryl? How much money does it take for you to turn your blind eye, turn away?
Well, really, I really believe it depends what it is, right? Let's be honest.
I was going to say that.
I'm
I think
not
it
going to
depends
turn my
on the
back
act.
on certain things
come
I'm not
on.
going to do, right? Certain things you're not going to turn your eye on. Like it's to me, right? Certain things you don't. Because even things that are coming out now and people are like, oh, I saw this person do this, that, and the next 10 years ago. Well, why are you coming out now? I think that to me to me that's crass. That's terrible. You're still a loser, right? Because you didn't do it in real time. So why talk about it now? Like now you're not getting fed off it. So now you want to talk about it later. I don't like that. I don't like people like, well, I knew it, and I saw it, and why didn't you say something then? Like you're just doing it now because you're trying to profit off it as well. I mean, but certain things,
Yeah, certain things I know that I wouldn't. I don't care how much you paid me. I wouldn't.
Right.
go with
There's
the
certain
blind
things.
eye.
Anything with kids,
Yeah.
nah, we ain't doing that.
For sure.
Like
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
know for sure in like the situation, say with R. Kelly, if he was bringing young, I'm like, nah, we ain't doing this, bro. Like you're not doing that,
Okay.
right? That little girl's foot, you're not doing it. And I would get her up out of there if I could, or call the police. Because sometimes they have a lot of people, they may not allow you to take the person. But
Right. Yeah.
I would send the cops there, and not that would work anyway, because their stories may all be the same. But I know I wouldn't want to be around that at all anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is sick. So we're not, it's just certain things I know. I don't see how people do turn a blind eye to certain things, or just think about even in the like we've seen the light on Quiet on Set, where people when their children are the ones who are famous and they're allowing their children or really serving their children up, you're letting them spend the night at some strange man's house. Like for what? But that's because you want them to be famous. You hope they get, money. So you're allowing these things to happen. That couldn't happen for me. But we'll just be broke.
Right.
We'll just be broke. I know I couldn't do that. I wouldn't let my daughter go on tour at 14 with R. Kelly and you're not going with him. Like, I don't know. There's where I think the money makes you delusional. What do you think is going to happen? Why do you think this person has your child's best interest in mind? Right. So I think that money turns off something in you. Like, no, you'll be fine. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Write your song.
Yes. Be nice to the man.
Right. Go on over there. Go on over there.
You be nice to him, okay? Take care of him. And
Yeah.
just send him a therapist with him. They could just get a therapist now. That to me is wild, where money can allow you to, as a parent, turn off that protective factor you have as a parent.
Yep.
Yeah.
And usually that's in the pursuit of money, right? Because you may not even have it. That's in playing the lottery. You're just putting the numbers in, hoping it hits.
Right.
And your kid is getting hit. It's crazy. Right? That's not okay. So money. What is that? Doc?
That's like you said though. That's the idea of getting money.
Right,
That's not even
right.
having money in your pocket.
No.
That's
Right.
just
You're
The
wishing
promise
on.
of or whatever.
yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, Doc, what is that like? That you can just turn that off? Is that?
I don't think that they necessarily turn it off. I think that is what you were saying, that delusion. You
Right.
start deluding yourself and saying,
Right.
well, nothing's going to happen. They'll be fine.
He R. Kelly. He good.
He's fine. He's not gonna hurt
Anybody
my
can sing
child.
that good has to
Yeah.
be good.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, you talk yourself into it.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
I don't like talking yourself until you're a good woman. But I digress.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you say something enough times, you'll believe it. I think you
Wow,
will.
right. And if you want it to be true.
If you
right?
want it to be
to be
You
true.
want it to be true.
You
Yes.
want it to be true. I remember taking Zoriana on auditions when she was a baby, and they wanted to take her in another room by herself one time. I said, "For what? If I can't go, she can't go. I don't know what's going on in that room. I would be a fool to let them go in that room and not know what happened. She can't speak. She was a baby, like 5 months old.
Good for
I'm like,
you.
you're out your rabbit mind. No way. So we had to leave.
Some parents aren't that thinking.
Oh, other parents was like,
Here, you hold her.
they was holding their baby up like a Simba.
Wow.
They was like Simba, like this is you. I was like, God, like they don't care about their kids at all because you don't know what's going on over there. You know, and again, for me, I always was like I'll be overprotective than underprotective. And I know that's something that I don't care what money has. Money can't change the way I'm gonna protect her.
Yeah.
Right. Money won't change that at all. I don't care how much money you put in front of me. It wouldn't ever be a situation where just let her come on the trip. Nah, bro. We ain't doing it. Like it just wouldn't happen. So I would have to think that I guess we have our standards, right? We have our morals and values that we'll stick to, and then we have ones that we can be bought. Some that we can be bought, right? It's all. What's your number, Leanne?
Depends on what it is.
Right.
It changes with what the situation is.
Okay.
Right. It does. Like I'll punch a person in the face. That's $10. I might. That's not even much. You could buy me easy for that.
Exactly.
Some things. Would,
Wow.
But so I think so now, Doc, maybe you could maybe help us out. So over time, someone like Puffy, right? You know, he gets money. He seems like he's corny. He's still a small man inside, right? And over time, he becomes this mogul, and he's robbed everybody, and he's doing these things. And I guess he becomes more and more of a monster over time. You know, because you don't just start that way. Over time, do you become?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know because you're saying you don't start that way, but sometimes that's in you. You just don't have the opportunity to flex it.
Well, that's what I mean. So I think that's what my I guess I mean. So it's like, you know, you don't just start beating women and doing all that stuff. That's over time being allowed to do it. You feel like you're more and more untouchable. You feel, and then you really have this grandiose.
I mean, because he was just from what I've seen and heard, he's always been very aggressive in the way that he pursues things. That's how he became so big.
Okay.
Yeah, that goes back a few years. Yeah, way back.
Right. So it worked in the business, like he was a monster. But then in his personal life, he operated the same in his personal life.
Same way.
Right. I seen something where he went to college and he was messing with a girl, took her outside and was going on crazy, calling her all crazy. And he didn't care like everyone saw it. All the girls like, we're like, get off of her, leave her alone. And it doesn't seem like he cares.
Wow.
He really feels like he's untouchable.
Wow.
And in some ways, he's still out, right? So
yeah,
I don't know. Donald Trump, the same way, they're just untouchable. And the things that happen make them even feel more so. I mean, he had 34 counts, but he's running for president. I don't understand this.
Right. There's no accountability. I don't even care that they've even though, he's been charged or found guilty of these 34 counts, he's still getting that ultimate which he's pursuing.
Right. So how could he change? His money allows him to do
exactly
whatever he wants.
And because he's had that money all these years, people have just been yes men and women.
Right.
And he's never been accountable for anything.
Right. I think with Donald Trump, you see things where like 1 minute he's like, your wife's ugly and fat. And the next minute you're like, he's a great guy. Donald Trump's a great guy. How could you say this man? Like, it's up. you say my wife's fat, ugly, it's up forever. We cannot be cool ever again. But money, power, influence.
Yes.
People bend to that, and it's
And there are people who think that because a person has money, they have I don't even know, like the right answers. Like you should believe them, you should listen to them, you should follow them.
Yeah.
That sheep mentality.
right. And the only thing you should follow is this program because we have the answers.
You should listen to us.
Us
All the
we have
time.
the answers.
Yes. Yeah.
So
that's-
money doesn't just corrupt, as we've been saying, the person that has it. It's like you said, there's like a web.
Right.
It corrupts. It
And
can
it's-
corrupt everything around you and everyone around you.
It can ensnare everyone, which is, and I understand now. They said that money could technically be a root of all evil. Like it just is, it definitely allows you to be more evil if that's who you are, you know. But on the other hand, I know some people, if they got money, they would be that altruistic person. They would be that good person. They would
There
be
are
that.
plenty of those folks too.
Right. I think, and I would want to say, hopefully, most people would be, you know, better, not do anything crazy. I mean, you might buy a lot, but I don't think you're gonna do anything immoral or become
Like hurt people.
or even just treat people nasty because
Yeah.
you have money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy. Like I would love to see Leanne with money because she would give it all away. She would get money.
Yeah,
and
probably would.
Leanne
it
would
would-
give. Yep, she would.
it would be facts. It'd be like $1 million tip.
I would give it away too.
You know what I mean? I don't know about you, Ruth.
I know you don't, but I
I don't
would.
know about you. I hear you talking. You
But I
already said.
say again, I
You already
would.
said, well, I would like to think.
All we can do is surmise unless we're
You
in
know what I
it.
mean?
You know,
So-
if you got your hands on it,
Right. And I think Ruth, you could give it away too because you don't do anything. So
exactly.
What do you do with it? It'll just sit-
Exactly. I just said that.
it'll be stuffed in a
My
pillowcase.
lifestyle that I've chosen doesn't require a lot of money. I'm a minimalist and I'm a happy one.
See, no, I just changed my mind. Ruth would go crazy, right? She's a
Make up
minimalist.
your mind.
Right.
She has minimal money right now. Now, if she had multiple money,
I would
she'd
ride
be
down the street. I've always told you that and just throw money out the window at people. Just take it. Just take it. Yeah.
And she causing
Yeah.
riots in the streets.
Yeah, like now she Philadelphia really's got bad this week. There was someone throwing thousands of dollars out the window, and people are killing each other over
The
it.
shootings have increased 100%.
110%. Everybody surrounding this one
guns
house
first.
with
I'd
a tent
collect
in the
guns some
backyard.
kind of way first.
So I think that Ruth would have all type of Pelotons,
I would up
You would
my
have
game
better-
to work out.
better
something.
cameras.
Mhm.
It would be
And
all type
yeah,
of stuff. She
dishes
would have.
added onto the house if I didn't move. Yes.
Right. So she would have this whole studio. She would build a studio
I sure would.
for her to train in by herself.
Yes, I would.
Very, very. It would be very great for everybody else, not
That's
really
you're
because
right
it's just
about.
for her. So it'd be very about her. Selfish again. That great woman you're talking about. Thank you. But no, so it's interesting. It's interesting. I know, like Leanne would definitely like. I've seen her do it already, where she left the tip so big it just made the lady cry. I don't know what she left. Like, oh my God, lady came out and took a picture with her.
Is he telling the truth, Leanne?
Yo, 100%.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah. I
my.
was like, what? What did you leave her?
I love it.
Life changing.
I like to
Please take a picture with me, please.
Wow.
I like
said,
to make
whoa.
sure people are good. I don't know.
Well, that's so
I
great.
just
Right. So that's what I said. I know with Leanne in her heart, she would definitely give it all away.
Wow.
She'd be broke in a week
Mhm.
because she would definitely give it all away.
I just posted the story in the group. I refuse to pay my daughter's college tuition, even though I made over $500,000 last year. That's the headline.
Yeah, we got a few more. Is there any more into it? Any like, can you read the story to kind of let us know the backstory? 'Cause I don't understand it.
Why a parent would do that?
Yeah, don't understand. I don't understand. You know, it just you're almost setting your kid up to be on your teeth forever.
Which I find funny when that's interesting when you see something like that, and then you see a story about somebody paying $27,000 for a prom send off.
Right.
The other end.
See,
That's the other end.
people have different values on money.
Right. I just don't understand why you would not help your child to be independent. I don't understand that, because again, if they don't go to college and they don't really have a job, then they're kind of forced to stay home and be under you. So is that the desired outcome? Are you really like a fake Munchausen's where you want the kid to be all messed up so they can stay with you?
Some people want their kids to stay there, forever. I think that's true.
It don't sound right. I think this parent needs a psyche valve, because it just doesn't make sense to me, right? It just doesn't. If the kid is saying, I want to try to better myself and I feel like college, even if you don't feel that's the way to go, I'm like, well, all right, well, go ahead. Let's see what happens. And you may learn some things, whatever the case may be, let's see. But you're saying no, don't do anything. So what is the other option for this child? I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Money to make that person silly too. It just doesn't make too much sense. But hey, again, let's see.
People, like I said, people have different value systems.
The value systems, right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. Jeez. So how many Pelotons would you buy, Ruth?
Just one for each of my 18 rooms.
Pay attention.
No, you can exercise everywhere you are.
Everywhere I go, just jump on the bike for 10 minutes. Oh, let me go in this in 20 minutes.
Her life wouldn't change, but now she has 18 rooms.
No, didn't we say you emphasize whatever's there? That's what we said.
You would have 18 rooms. You don't have 18 rooms right now.
No, I said if I had all that money we was talking about.
Exactly. So now you upsize. Like I told you, you're upsizing, scaling up.
I was feeling that money for a minute. Let me enjoy that.
Look at that. She can't even control herself just thinking about it.
But I'm still giving away a big portion, Daryl.
Oh, not no more.
Over that.
Not anymore. I know, not anymore.
I am, because I could have made 24-room house and I did an 18 and gave it away.
What Ruth would do is she was like, I got you. I'm gonna give you money, and it's just never gonna happen.
See, don't let me get money, because you would see that I would give that money away. I'm with you, Leanne.
Yeah,
I'd be better said about 18 rooms with a Peloton in every room.
I can still do that and give away money.
There you go. No, you're not, because you're gonna need something else. You're gonna need lighting in the room. You need a fan in the room.
Do both things in balance.
Okay, you're right, unbalanced. You got 18 rooms and it's just you and Raj. What are we talking about? Where's the balance?
I don't know about all that yet. I'm gonna figure it out.
Wait a minute, you gonna upgrade husbands too?
I might have. What's it called?
The
sister wives. What is it? The brother husbands? Yeah,
brother husbands.
Oh wow!
Give me about 4 of them, one in each room. Yeah,
going down.
That money will mess with your mind. We just said it.
For real.
Well, it will, especially at the beginning. I know we're going to OD on, but I think it's more that we'll OD on things that we probably never had, things that we want, taking care of, family, making sure some of the hopes and dreams they had come true. I think that type of stuff.
True.
No, Doc. Doc
said no. No, Doc.
I don't want to make them kind of promises.
And you called me selfish?
Right. Doc's like, this is recorded.
Wow.
You don't know how to play this back. Like, hey, remember you hit the lottery? Remember you said.
Right.
At 58.50, you said that you would.
Yeah, no, we
that's
not
a contract. Look at that. Money changing already. Money's making people
already changed.
They even got it. Like, well, I ain't gonna say nothing just in case it happens. I don't want to be caught up in this type of, But yeah, money does it buys you out of trouble sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Or the power.
Unfortunately, it can.
Right.
Because some people do need to answer for their wrongdoings. And if you have money, a lot of money, sometimes it doesn't happen. And we see it all the time.
Right. It definitely is a different justice system for those who have and those who don't have. It's honest.
Yep.
Very true. Very true. Nothing fair about it.
No.
It's not. It's a show called The Jinx. I haven't saw it,
Mm.
but I guess he's some rich guy who somehow committed murder. He got away with it once, but it's because he had money. I don't know. We didn't see it, so we can't talk about it.
Mm.
No, we can't talk about it. Oh, real fast. What's up with the twins?
Oh, the twins? I don't know. What's going on with the twins?
You supposed to tell us what's going on with the twins. What you mean?
Last time I checked, it was still the same old story.
Leanne said they had a boyfriend.
Leanne's the one that told me about the boyfriend. I couldn't find anything on the boyfriend. Leanne, did we find any updated info?
I did not
Okay, I didn't see anything.
see anything. I think maybe that was just salon
Maybe another
gossip.
one, or
That could have been rumor mill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
We couldn't get any facts on that.
If we have money, we have better research. See, money would
This is
change.
true. This is true.
We'd have a
Money changes
research team if we had
Right.
money.
Yes,
Right.
Doc. Yes.
It'd be better right here. I wanted to find out
What
about
is
these
something
rings.
people would do if they had? I'm not do, but what would be the first thing you'd purchase? We already talked about giving money, but what would be the first thing that you maybe have always wanted to buy, and you'd have the surplus of money and you'd purchase it for yourself? There has to be something that everybody would, go right to.
We'll go first, Ruth, since you asked questions.
Okay, mine would be, like I said, I think I would just upgrade my living space. I really would just add additions to it. Maybe I would want to move and relocate. I'm not sure about that piece, but definitely a larger living space with all the amenities.
Mhm.
So then I really would never have to leave home. But I think I would just upgrade my living conditions for myself and my husband.
That's fair. Leanne, how about you?
It's hard. I kind of want to buy
A beard? You can't do that. We can't. That's illegal. We can't buy people. Cannot
Can
buy
you buy
people.
love? I don't know.
These days,
Thank
yes.
You can't buy it. You can rent it. Definitely rent it.
But I'll probably get one of those van houses on wheels.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, and do a little traveling.
Nice.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Nice. Doc.
The first thing I would do is have a house built in St. Martin.
Mm.
Okay.
That'd be the first thing.
Hey, Mark.
Fancy.
Yep.
Fancy.
Mhm.
Fancy. I
What would
think
you do?
Mhm.
I would actually definitely pay off like my house, pay bills off. That's the first thing I would do. Like, I'm real bill oriented. I like paying bills, even though
Hey, I was gonna say 'cause I ain't
Wow.
paying nobody.
I ain't paying nobody.
I gotta
Wow.
take care of that. Leanna will live in the woods.
Oh no.
That's
The
yeah.
woods, though.
Yeah, it's true. That's
Is
true.
this
'Cause,
true?
yeah, I want a tiny house too.
Oh
Somewhere
wow.
in the woods that's just like
Nice.
yeah, tiny house and a car on wheels. I mean a
Right.
house on wheels.
House on
Okay.
wheels.
She's
Yeah.
gonna park her house on wheel next to her tiny house.
Yes.
People have
That's
different
what's
things
up.
they do. Yep.
Right.
That's what's up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could. It's nothing I can think I really want. I would just make sure I paid stuff off, and then
Huh.
whatever the little one wants, she can have.
Oh, well, there goes your money.
There it is. That's why I said I don't want much.
Yours is gone.
I know it's not much left. Not much left for me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. I couldn't even really think of it much outside of paying bills.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, just
You
bills.
wouldn't buy a yacht or something where you could just be on it, living near the water like you like,
Nah, I don't.
fishing.
Yeah, I think
No?
that's a misappropriation of funds, right? Because you got to
Oh,
pay
okay.
the docket, pay for gas, or
Well, you got the
whatever.
money.
Yeah, but I'm still frugal. Like even if I had money,
Okay.
I wouldn't want to just waste it, right? It's
Hmm.
just- that would be to me just a misappropriation of funds. Like why would I have this? If I wanted a yacht for the day, I'll just rent it. Right?
Okay.
You rent it, and then you're done with it instead of
Huh.
paying, storage and all that type of stuff, upkeep and workers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's how a lot of people waste money when they do things like that. They don't understand it's got to have staff to keep it going. You got to have somewhere. That's a lot of money just going out for no reason.
That's
I don't
true.
like wasting money. You know, coming from not having money, I'm not going to do things just to blow it. I'm going to buy things that I want, but it's going to be within reason, right? It's not going to be just.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Right. That's what happens when you poor all your life. You want to keep it. I want to keep this money as long as I can. Because you see things like all the people hit the lottery and like 5 years later, I don't care how much they made, they're broke.
Gone.
How much it was?
Gone.
You know, so it also shows that, you know, people when you get money, if you're not educated on it, you're gonna lose it fast.
That's true.
Fast. A lot of people have tax problems, and a lot of people see that tax problems and things of that nature. And even then, a lot of them, they said we had people who were supposed to take care of people, but they were robbing them. So then, you know, money definitely, I think it would make you not trust a lot of people too, right? I'd be like Drake, no new friends, you know, if I got money. No new friends or family.
Right.
If I wasn't rocking with you before, please don't come around. You know,
Right.
I can't trust you at that point. So my like TikTok
Good
game
point.
locked. Whoever's there.
Good point.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people will come around, and Leanne kind of alluded to before, if you're kind of corny and now you get all this attention, you're gonna feed into it. You know, you're gonna feed into it. You may not understand. You don't deserve this attention. You did nothing to even get this attention. You know what I mean? It's money. So if you believe it's you, then shame on you. You know? But yeah, money does make people delusional. Money makes you think you look better than you do. Right? I mean, people look crazy, but money definitely, yeah, I got these women.
True.
That's because money is buying them, but you could try to believe it as you, but no.
Nas said that in the ether. Well, you think you're getting girls now because of your looks?
Right.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
And that
exactly.
Money's a beast. It definitely can. It can change your life in so many ways. You know, it definitely can. But
it can do you in just as many if you.
That's what I mean. It can definitely lead you down a path, because a lot of people start believing in money, right? They believe that they are doing it. They're doing it by themselves. They don't need anybody. Nothing's helping them, and that is a problem. You know, because it can't be just money. Money becomes your god, kind of. So, you know, you start believing almighty dollar.
The other problem is sometimes, as you see with these celebrities, you want to fit in with the other people who have money.
Right.
So you start acting like them.
Which is interesting, right? You pick up some of their, you get into that culture of whatever it is.
That elitist culture.
You adopt that culture. And never mind. I'm never going to bring it up.
It can also, you know, be a opposite of your values.
Right. And you start to now, like, all right, well, it's not that bad because I want to be here. And then before you know it, you adopted that, and that becomes normal to you. That's your new, you know, that's your new barometer for how you look at things. Wow, it's interesting. Money is crazy.
Or maybe it's better to be poor.
Well, I mean, they always said, you know, the poor people are more kind, more giving. You know, because when you have, sometimes when you know what it is not to have, you know what it is to help.
Yes. Okay.
Sometimes people forget. I know I was talking to someone with money, and I was trying to invest some money. Like, yo, I got this I got some money to invest. I need you to help me invest. Like, they're like, yeah, all right, cool. How much? They're like $30,000. He's like, I thought you had money.
Oh wow,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Legit said that's my watch.
Wow.
And it was so crazy how this was a lot of money to me, but to him it was like it's a watch.
Wow.
And he did apologize. I forgot how the regular people live. Is that
an apology?
That's not an apology.
That's not an apology. We're
But
regular
but to
people.
be honest, I really think this person was so out of touch of what
Mhm.
people do, regular will
Yes.
use that do that he really wasn't. I'm around people who make money all the time.
Wow.
So I don't know what it is to have $30,000 and you think that's a lot of money. What I'm
Wow.
gonna invest that with? What I'm gonna do with that? So it's very interesting. It's like, okay,
It is interesting. Mm.
it's kind of hurt my heart a little bit.
Which begs the question: how do we teach our kids the
Mm.
value of money?
Easy, be poor.
Uh,
Good question, Leanne. Because these kids today don't really, a lot of them, I'll say, don't know the value and don't care to know. They just want the gimme hand open.
right.
Well, because the parents don't know the value of money,
Right.
and they just giddy. So then, what do you expect the kids to do? Right? Kids are sponges. They're going to learn what you teach them. So you have to first of all learn money yourself and the value of it and how it should be used to be able to teach them. It's tough because I grew up. I don't know. My mom really didn't teach me about money as much. She worked and did what she could and got what she could, and we did what we could. But it wasn't like it was never a time where she really just kind of taught me about money.
Nope.
So now I try to give Zoriana money for things she does, and then you got to use your own money. And sometimes she'll be like, "Oh, Dad, if I buy this, I'm gonna have $10 left." I'm like, "That's for the weekend, the whole weekend, $10." And a lot of times she'll make a good decision, like, "Well, I'm not gonna get that."
That's good. Making choices based on that.
So,
Yes.
right, that's how I'm just starting. I give her money on her Apple Pay so she can use her own little phone, so she feels again empowered. I can go deep. I can get what I want.
Good.
So I'm just trying to get her to learn the value of money and how it just doesn't grow on trees, like but for the first 11 years of her life, and she's 11, she got whatever she wanted.
11 years in one day, right? But the thing is, the other side of that, for me anyway, is coming from nothing. You want to provide all this stuff for your kids,
right?
And
right.
I didn't necessarily do my kids a service on some levels, like you're saying, with giving, with even though I tried the allowance approach, but when their money ran short, I'm like, here you go,
Right.
Like Leanne is saying, we have to teach them that this is how much you're working with. You've earned that, and when that's gone, you have to earn some more.
Definitely your kids, you cutting them off. So
well, that's because they got over for 20, 30 years. You keep forgetting that part.
She just admitted it was her fault that they are the way they are, and now she's cutting them off. She know better than the parents cutting off college.
Y'all know what I'm talking about as parents.
We do. Bad.
Paying the rent for him for the first year out of college. Come on now. I paid 2 households.
You're supposed to. You had them. They didn't have to be here.
He was supposed to get it together earlier than that.
How you gonna get it together when you didn't teach him right when he was young?
I didn't, and I took
that's how you gonna get it together. So I know I'm saving up money now for rent, for mortgage, whatever. She's about 45. I think I got her till she's about 45.
I paid that price, but I'm saying we got to learn as parents to do that too.
Right.
Very true.
That was rough.
Well, like you said, we have to learn. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm still trying to learn now and teach at the same time. It's really difficult to do both.
Yeah. Because a lot of the times we don't realize that I'm not a parent, but parents, how your money story will become your kid's money story in a lot of ways.
You're right, Leanne. You are so right. And remember, you have different kinds of kids at times. Some kids can take some of that extra giving, and it doesn't really alter them in that personality way. And then you have other kids that they become entitled, arrogant, expecting of it, Yeah.
They do. And that's our fault.
It is.
So you got to kind of, but like you said, Ruth, you don't You want to give them what you don't have, what you didn't have.
That's what I was
You
trying.
you don't want them to feel like you felt when you couldn't get so and so,
Mhm.
and other kids had, and so I definitely feel like I don't want her not to have what other kids have. Right? I don't want to go to school feeling less than, like,
Mhm.
um, oh, they got this and they got that, but I don't want her to feel that way. So I'm
Mm.
definitely, like, I'm struggling now because New Balance is like the hot sneaker now. New Balance like Bobos when I grew up. Like, no, I want no New Balance, but these kids is rocking New Balance, and they
Wow.
like $250, $300
Wow.
for some New Balances. But that's what it is, That's why I'm glad we got Auntie Leanne.
Auntie Leanne.
This is a team approach.
The village
It takes a village.
Exactly.
with money.
It takes a village.
That's interesting because some of the things, like Daryl, like you were saying, the things that we wouldn't touch when we were younger because of the value of them.
Right.
The kids nowadays, or even the generation before them, see them differently. So things are only worth what we, the value we place on them. Like you were saying earlier, Neil.
True.
It's so funny how that happens.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I said, I was like, she was like, yeah, we are a New Balance. Like, nobody wear New Balance.
Right.
Like, what you talking about? And then I see everybody wearing them.
Everybody wear New Balance.
But now look at the price of New Balance. It's right there.
And it shot up. So New Balance won. However they did it, whoever they had, great marketing strategy, because kids are wearing them. Everybody's wearing them. It's shoe, and the price is up.
Wow.
The price is way up.
I remember when I was a teenager, my mom's boyfriend at the time, I was playing, it was either running track or playing tennis, one or the other. And he bought me a pair of Asics sneakers. I never had heard of them, never seen them. No one else had them. Those things sat in my closet until they rotted.
As they should have.
Serious?
I am not
Name brand Bobos. They were Bobos. What are you doing? We ain't doing that. You had me out here looking
they
bad.
felt like air on my feet. The lightest sneakers I had ever. I wasn't wearing them because no one knew what they were.
Right. And you knew what happened when you go to school.
Wow.
You knew it was gonna happen.
Wow.
So yeah.
And that's too bad too. I'm sorry.
It is.
That kids will pick with you instead of teaching your kid, this is a new sneak. You be the trendsetter on this one. You know what I mean?
No, you're not a trendsetter. You got some Bobos on, and you need to get picked.
That's a shame.
What are you talking about? Just because your parents couldn't afford sneakers, they got you these off-brand. Don't try to make it like this the new thing.
Oh, I ain't even have
names.
names
They from New York, right?
Not
from New York. That's what everybody would say. Oh, these from New York. No, they're not. They're not.
But he was a tennis instructor.
Oh, okay. So
and he was in that world. So it was when I was playing tennis. So he knew. But I couldn't value that as a teenage girl.
Right.
And that was a good sneaker for you.
It wasn't a good sneaker for her ego, for her well-being.
Right. You want to get into some fights.
Right.
Over some sneaks.
Well, I was getting chased anyway every day, so it didn't matter.
Money would have changed that. You wouldn't have had to run. You could pay somebody.
Wow.
It's very interesting.
It is interesting.
It is. And all comes back to money. Yeah. Somehow, some way they got someone to wear this sneaker. I talked to a guy. It's like, well, how's that happen? He said, somebody wore them. Some famous person might have worn them. They saw them on TikTok. They saw them on his feet. The kids started wanting those, and the value shoots up.
Wow.
He says, it's just that easy. Because, like you said earlier, Doc, because this person is famous. I think they know everything about style. I want to wear everything they wear so I can feel like them. So now they have on Karl Kani, and you're like, ooh, what's that? I want that. And now that can go through the roof because they're wearing it.
Yeah.
Remember, think about over the during the pandemic, people was wearing big red boots.
Those ugly
Crazy.
boots.
Yes.
I didn't even get it.
And they cost thousands, right?
Right.
Ridiculous.
Or Balenciaga made trash bags,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like $1,500
Wow.
for what? You know, it's all status. You know, status. It's about the appearance of. You know, and then especially when I hate when I would see it in a place where it shouldn't have been. You're in a row home, and you got these trash bags for what? It doesn't make sense. It's more than your rent.
Wow.
You know, it's just odd. You know, it's just odd. But I mean, we all do things like that. You know, your car costs more than your house or your apartment. Like, why are we doing these things? But again, status.
Yes.
We want to feel better. We want to feel, even though we don't have the money, we're going to fake it till we make it. Or everyone's wearing fake jewelry. You know, the guys like we're wearing fake jewelry, especially a lot of the basketball players. People who have money. Like, why would I buy it? You're gonna think it's real. So I'm going. Now you're out here spending all your money to buy it, but we're wearing fake stuff,
Right.
Because we're not going to spend our money on this. But you're gonna think it's real because I'm wearing it.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right. It's so interesting how money will make us do things. You know, you'll not pay your rent to go buy a purse or shoes. I'm not talking to anybody in particular. Some people will.
It must be done.
I would never not pay my bills.
Right.
To have a
Some
pair of
people do
shoes.
forgo it.
But yeah, people who do that.
They forgo it. You know, or it's
I got it. I can afford it.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
And that's how it should be. But
Right.
money will make you, like, no, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Now you're 4 months behind on your rent
Mm-hmm.
because you were trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting.
And all for what? Like you said, all for what when you really think about it?
Right.
Is that $3,000 bag any better than the 300 bag when you really think about it?
300.
Yes.
Absolutely. See, I don't know nothing about that. Doc. I don't know nothing about that.
Wow.
And you know what?
that.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's not always true though. For real though, it's not always true.
That's what I
Okay.
wonder.
So that's why if I do spend money on something like that, I want it to be of good quality.
Okay.
I don't care whose name is on it.
Right. So sometimes you pay for the quality for
That's
it to
true.
last longer. So like Easy Pickens versus Ralph Lauren.
But
We
there
know-
are some name brands that aren't good quality too.
Okay. Right.
They make you pay for the name, but the quality is trash.
Right.
Like a vinyl bag as opposed to a leather one. Why would I spend that kind of money on a vinyl bag?
Leanne, they talking overhead. I don't know what the vinyl bag is.
You see, I ain't saying nothing.
Leanne was thinking the same thing. She, I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. I'm nodding, just acting like you're following her. I don't know what Doc's talking about.
Yeah, you see how this conversation it was a level of money. And it got to a point where we couldn't go any further. Like I just seen the difference in money here. It was a point where I was like, I'm lost. I don't.
I'm right there with you, Lost.
This is above my pay grade. You was talking that talk too.
So all I'm saying is, even if you are buying name brand stuff, you still got to check the quality.
Right.
I wouldn't know what I was even looking at, to be honest.
Right, me neither. But isn't that like Ross and stuff like that? Like the name brand stuff that's off a little bit. Okay. So it's like it's kind of like good, but it's like it's a slanted maybe.
That would be the one I'm carrying with the square.
And my thing is, so I was always a big proponent of like, I don't care if it's knockoff or real. Like, if it looks the same, who's going to know? And if you're that close, you shouldn't be that close. Get up off me. You feel me? Back up. And if you say it's fake, what is fake? just because I
Right.
didn't get it from this person.
Right.
You know, as long as they say the same name, it is that person
That's right.
in my eyes.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know, what I
And
mean,
so, but
my
that's the thing though. There, like you said about the jewelry, there are some people who actually mix and match the knockoff and the real, and you don't know because of that person's status or that person's income. You know, so they might not be spending thousands of dollars. They may have just
Right.
spent 100.
Mhm.
right,
Mhm.
right, and that's what we got to understand, and that we don't know that because everybody like that's when you try to go out and do what they do and emulate
Right.
and buy something,
Yes.
and you going broke, and they laughing at you because
Right.
everything they got turned
Right.
their neck green. And bumps on the neck is not from anything else but that chain that's fake. So yeah, it's very interesting. And even as far as I don't know, I was looking at something that says talking about paying and money. They said do all men pay for sex in one way or another?
Oh wow,
Mm. Hmm.
that's interesting.
That is interesting.
It ain't interesting, it's true. I tell you, women be tripping. It's interesting. I don't know, but do they? Yes. Yes.
I'm saying it's interesting because is that how men feel? Is that
Right.
really how men feel? That when they are pursuing a woman or in a relationship, they're paying for sex?
Broke don't deserve none, right?
Cardi B said it best.
Oh my goodness.
What are we even faking here for? Here we go. Wow.
Wow.
Money is really the root of all evil. Like we can't even get none without having money. Right? We have to, gotta have nothing's free.
Nothing's free, right?
Nothing's free.
To think
Well,
Okay, here we go.
what about those who are entertaining the guys that really don't have nothing?
Tell me more.
Like they broke, they probably got baby moms out the yin yang, they don't have a job, and they really don't have too much going for them other than their looks and their ding-a-ling. And girls, there's women who deal with these type of men. So what is the come up, or what are they being given to give it up?
Time. And you said their looks. So this low self-esteem person is probably basing herself on the way he looks. So since he looks good, she wants to be out with him. So she'll fund everything, but she's still getting his looks, his time, and you said the penis. Right. So I don't know if that's a normal case because she has problems. She might need to talk to somebody. We said her whole thing is based off his looks. And that's what so really she wants to no different than somebody wants a piece of arm candy to have out. Right. That's what it sounds like. Right, Leanne? No?
Yeah.
No? Okay. So it seems like she's still getting maybe not a monetary gain, but she's getting a social gain. If she feels he's attractive and he's out, or maybe he makes her feel good. I don't know how she met this person that has nothing. I don't know how, because it doesn't work that way. Because most men who have nothing have nothing. Okay.
No, there's some out there.
Yeah.
No, Leanne.
I'm telling you, there's women out there.
They are.
No. What I'm saying is that but I'm saying I don't know how the woman is meeting these men, right? That have nothing, because usually most men don't even get buns, right? Because it's really difficult to get if you can't talk to the woman. Is she rizzing him up? She running down on him?
What you mean?
Is that what happens?
What you mean?
Like she's talking to the guy, like she sees the guy, she likes, she's approaching him, she's setting it all off. Like I don't understand how that would happen, because that must mean is not getting any burn, because most women have men trying to holler at them. So
Yeah.
if I don't
you
have
might not
nothing,
even know he's broke until you get right. You know, you planning that first date.
okay. So and
True.
then she says, you know, he's so cute, I'll take care of it. Okay, I get it.
I'll pay the bill.
Right,
Mhm.
right. But he got to be a special man. You're not just getting that, just being. You probably are handsome, great body. She's still getting something out of it. He's not. He's not looking.
Unless he's, I mean, he could be charming, and she
How's
wants
gonna be
to smile
charming?
to
Not.
him.
How's gonna be charming if he's not? If again, women usually have a lot of people trying to talk to, so you have your pick of the litter. So he could be charming, but you still might go for the person that you're more attracted to if you have a lot of people, even 3 people trying to talk to you, right? So I just don't know how this man with nothing is just winning. So that would mean she has real issues. I would feel bad for him. You got somebody that's really, really needs help. And she's yeah, that would be weird. I don't know that.
Just say you hate women.
Yeah.
No, really, I just don't see that happening. Women have the option usually.
But a lot of women date broke men.
They do. They do. I'm not
And they're
saying
okay
that.
with
Right.
it.
Right. But they probably usually did something in the beginning to kind of get in the door, and then they get on the couch. So they might have paid for a drink. They might have paid for a meal. They're like, well, girl, you know, I really ain't got it.
Look,
Now I'm on your
they will
couch.
pay for
You know what I mean?
companionship. They will pay for it.
Right. So I mean, but again, that you're mutually exchanging something right there, right? I'm giving you my time and energy, and you're getting to be with someone that nobody else probably wants you. So it's a win-win.
Hey, why she gotta be somebody nobody wants?
Right.
Well, again, if you're settling for somebody with no money, with no goals, no nothing, then obviously nobody wants you.
Maybe to her, it's not settling. Maybe he's a project and she's going to work with him.
Right. And how's that work in life, in the life of people with projects? How's that worked? See, this is the delusions of some people. People are who they are for the most part. And if he is a project, when he gets better, guess what he's going to do?
What?
Get your ass for? Get down, girl. Go ahead. Get down.
Yeah, that's interesting. I just don't. I don't know. It doesn't really work well that way when a woman is trying to make a man who's not doing anything into something.
When women do it,
they do, and they will be alone in about 4 to 6 months again. Because when he's on his feet and off your couch, he's outside, and you back to not having any options because you picked somebody. Like you even pick the guy on fries at McDonald's. You pick the guy that don't have a job.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know how that really. But people people definitely do it. I'm not saying they don't. They don't. I don't know. I don't know if it ever really working out. Have you guys ever know of it working out? Have you ever counseled somebody, Doc, that he wasn't doing anything? She was doing everything, and it worked out. He couldn't even pay for the sessions. Hey, can you pay for my half of the session too? I ain't got it.
Wow.
Wait for the job to come through.
No, it's not usually the job. It's like, I got this case.
Oh, right. She's holding me down.
It's gonna settle it soon, right?
Yeah, wait for my case.
Right. Wow.
And as soon as the case is over, he out too. Again, because it's that relationship is based off of need. Right? It's a need. I don't have anything, you have it. I need that. So I'm around until I find somebody else who can meet my needs better. Somebody got a bigger couch.
Oh.
You need to talk to women doing that. You guys need to talk to your friends. Like, don't.
I don't have no friends that do that. I don't have no personal friends.
Yeah, you got friends that do that?
I'll plead the fifth.
All right, well, let's talk to them and say, look, we just want to see what this tell us what happens. How's it working out? Is the guy staying at home? Is he faithful? In the
He might be
situation, Leanne,
staying there taking care of the kids.
is the relationship working, Leanne?
They together.
Right.
Is the relationship working, Leanne?
They're together.
Just because they're together doesn't mean it's working. It could be a lot of strife. She could be trying to hold on to somebody, and he could be trying to fight. He's not really leaving, but he's not really doing what she wants him to do. That's probably what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because again, you're not really in it like that. You have to be in it because you have nowhere else to go. So you got to come home. I mean, you got to have these good lies ready.
Wow.
God, dang, I got to tell you, I was I was looking for a job at 1:00 in the morning.
Wow.
And the problem is they start having kids with these people.
Well, yes,
And
right.
now they feel even more trapped.
Yep.
Like, oh, we got a kid together.
Hmm.
You know, I need to be there. We need to be together for the kid. Try to make it work. You know, stuff like that. And then
that's usually how it works too, because you know, sex is one of the cheapest forms of entertainment. So if I can't really afford a meal, I probably can't afford condoms. But I could afford to pull out, but I didn't. I don't know why, but it's make a bad situation worse. But that's what
I think sometimes in those situations, people be looking for excuses to stay.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Is it a conscious thing or subconsciously? Do you think, Doc?
I think it's both. Sometimes, depending on the person,
Gotcha.
you know, because they'll tell their friends and family all these things about why the relationship needs to continue.
Right.
Even though in you know they know that the relationship isn't good for them. So I think some of it is conscious, because you got to prove it to everybody else. You got to tell everybody, you know, that it's because of the kids, it's because of this, it's because of that. But you got to also convince yourself.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, it can be, but it's for some people it's better than being alone.
That's the other thing, that codependency. I don't really know. I know a lot about that. Oh, this mic is on? Sorry, I didn't know it was on. Jeez. Yeah, I get it. And I think that's when you get that people say things like, "Oh, it's better to be with the devil," you know. I'm gonna tell you, it's not.
You don't want to be with no devils,
right? Don't be a no devil.
Or Luther's song, "I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with someone else."
Jolie says maybe she believes in him. Laugh out loud. Maybe he's a bum, but he is selling her a dream. And then it's most people who don't have anything don't say, hey, I have nothing. They sell the dream and lie. Laugh out loud.
But I think
that's what I was talking about. I was saying, I got this case coming. Wait till my case settled.
Yep.
Right. But I think it's both parts, because I think the person who believes it also wants to believe it's true too. Like, we know it's not true.
Yeah.
Like, if you really think about it, your friends are telling you, "Girl, that don't even sound right." It's been 4 years, but you still want to believe it. You want it to believe it's true because again, I want to be with someone, so I'm going to make whatever in my head. I'm gonna rationalize it to the point where, okay, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay until he gets his money, girl. Then I'm leaving. I'm staying until the baby's 18 because the baby's here. I don't want to put it. You know, it's that type of thinking that we both, it's a delusional way of thinking. So the lie isn't a good lie, but I want to believe it anyway. So I'm gonna believe this bad lie and have this bad relationship when we argue all the time. It's very toxic. Very, very toxic, right, Leanne?
Yep.
Wow, that's insane. But it happens a lot. And think about it, that's people with little to no money.
Right.
Little to no money are still out here doing things based off the little no money they have. I need a place to stay, so I'm going to stay here. I'm going to act right some days, and some days I'm going to be me, right? Because I got to try to keep this home.
Wow.
Which is interesting. And that's what usually happens in those situations. They'll do the grandiose gestures some days, and then to make up for whatever they did, and it'd be flowers. And you want to believe in the flowers. You believe that's going to happen again, right? So you believe in those gestures, even though they're makeup gestures. Very interesting.
Yeah.
People's got to leave. You got to leave in the situation, right, Lynn?
Yeah, you know, you out at the word go. I can't. No.
Yeah, Lynn's leaving. Lynn's leaving.
She ain't having it.
At the word go.
Well, sometimes you can't, and that's what I think a lot of times we stay places way too long, and then we're really doing ourselves a disservice every day we stay. But we get conditioned, we get conditioned to the situation. So it's like, all right, well, we'll be all right. We do it. This is what we do. This is how our relationship is. He may not be the best, but he's the best for me. Have all these little dumbass sayings that they have.
Dumbass saying.
He may not be a man, but he's my man.
He ain't perfect, but he's perfect for me.
What'd you say? What? All right, let's wrap this thing up. So, any last words? What you got, Neil? You got them smile, them glasses.
What I got? We talked about so many things. Let me see.
Remember how you're not gonna give your kids money if you win the lottery?
Yeah, let's talk about that. If you took care of them through their 20s, 30s, and helped them on their merry way to a good life, don't feel no guilt. Keep your money and tell them y'all are men with beards. Make it happen now. Going over there, Leanne with the beard. She like
What you got, Leanne?
Well, keep your money close. Don't find some time to be selfish for yourself, but also be selfless as well.
Right.
And say no to the broke dudes. It's just not what we're having. You just say no. Don't believe in the lie. Don't believe in the dream. He's not Martin Luther King. Okay, I promise you.
Wow.
That's it for me.
Doc, what you got?
I don't even know what to say after Lee's little speech, other than there is no case. There's no case.
There is no case.
No case money's coming.
Right. I have a dream. Listen, I think that again, I would say just don't have money so you can be a nice person. Stay broke. This way you'll never be that animal that may be inside of you. You won't find out who you really are. So stay broke, guys. So that's it for me. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining us this week. Please like, subscribe, and share our YouTube Nothing But Answer page. Please continue to invite people to the Nothing But Answers Facebook page. We're at 507. Yay, we're growing. And didn't take that long to get to 500. So we're moving, grooving, and popping. Please keep posting and commenting, and just know that most of the time when I comment, I'm right and you guys are wrong. Just wanted to put that out there for you. If you guys have any topics you guys would like to speak about, please just inbox us. If you want to be on the panel, please just let us know. We definitely welcome some new voices for maybe a little bit before we kick you off, because we have the answers and you really don't. If any questions you have, please, if anybody have any complaints, please email me at leanne.com. I'll respond to everything within 1 business day.
You almost made me push the button.
Wow.
I just want to thank everybody for joining us. Have a good night. Hit the button, Leanne.
Bye.